What's up, guys? Wiggy here, workingclassfitness.com. I want to put together a video to address a question I get asked, at least several times a month, and that's about Randy Couture's workout. More specifically, his complex training workout. Now, we're not here to talk about that stupid door gym band thing that you see advertised on TV. That's, whatever. Props to Randy for making a buck, whatever. That's fine. But, we all know he doesn't really use that thing. People that are actually legitimately interested in Randy's workout generally are concerned or they want to know about his complex training workout. Now, in case you didn't know or realize or whatever, a few years ago, especially on the internet, Randy was kind of known for doing a barbell complex workout, and was one of the first, at least in the MMA world, one of the first complex training workouts or complex circuits, let's say, that gained traction and got popular. And people started talking about it on forums or websites or whatever, and guys started using it, and it was one of the first more well-known, let's say, complex workouts that a big name fighter did. They got other fighters trying it, or guys that regular guys just want to be in fighting shape or whatever. Now, there's already been tons of videos on YouTube and everything else demonstrating the complex, and there was it was actually part of a training video that Randy had done at one point. So I mean, you can find that in other videos, but to see an actual demo of it, the complex itself was just bent rows followed up by upright rows, military presses, good mornings, split squats, with the left leg and then again with the right leg, thrusters or a front squat into a push press, and then straight leg deadlift. Each one of those exercises done back to back to back. Let's say 8 reps apiece. Rest, wait until the very last exercise to take a minute or two's rest, and then repeat that thing 3 to 4 times, 5 times, whatever. Now, that is a good complex. It's going to end up being fairly long. It's going to help you tax your conditioning. The thing, it's not one of my favorite complexes. I think there's a lot better way to design complexes and utilize complex training. It's good because it introduces people to complex training if they've never seen it before, and it's kind of gives them a whole new outlook on weight training, especially if all they've ever done is, let's say, straight sets or bodybuilding style training or something else like that. One of the big issues I have with that type of a complex, or with like what Randy's complex is there's a massive variance in the different types of exercises that are used, and whenever you're doing complexes, for the most part, you can only utilize one, maybe 2 pieces of equipment, or one or two weights, like 1 barbell or 2 barbells or a couple dumbbells or something else like that. So as a result, what happens is you end up having to kind of base how much weight you can use on the weakest exercise or the smallest exercise in the entire complex. So if you look back again at the Randy circuit there, again, bent rows, upright rows, military press, good morning, split squats, thrusters, and straight leg deadlifts, the weakest exercise there is the upright row. I mean, I don't know anybody that can upright row as much as they can bent over row, or they can press overhead, or do straight leg deadlifts with, or anything else like that. So what happens is you end up having kind of a catch-22. You either go light enough to utilize for the upright rows, but it's too or it's something you can do your upright rows with, but it's too light for everything else, or you end up having to use a weight that is suitable for the rest of your exercises, but it's too heavy for the weakest one. Like if you used a weight that was more suitable towards your bent rows or your stiff leg deadlifts or something like that, you'd never be able to upright row it. So whenever you're designing complexes, really you've got to keep your exercises in mind in terms of, hey, what's my weakest exercise versus what's my strongest exercise, and how much of a variance between those two is there, and as well as can I utilize more than one piece of equipment at a time? Am I working out at home with just dumbbells and or kettlebells, or am I working out at the gym? Am I going to need a squat rack plus a bench, or whatever, that sort of a thing. So that's something you want to keep in mind. I am a big fan in general of complex training. Like I say, I do mine a little bit different. I like to utilize complexes in assistance work. I like to couple together, weight training exercises with explosive movements and body weight training, as well as active rest movements. So you might have an accessory movement like, rows or dips or something else like that, coupled with, an explosive movement, maybe a medicine ball throw or box jumps or bench jumps or something else along those lines. And then I like to stack in there, active rest movements, stuff like skipping rope and jumping jacks and stuff along those lines. What that allows you to do is that allows you to, work heavy, so that you aren't hamstrung by, a weak exercise. It allows you to still get explosive work in there, so you're still developing speed and you're developing power, that sort of a thing. It allows you to extend the length of the complex with the active rest, in that you can take the whole thing from being, let's say, 30 to 45 seconds long to a minute and a half or 2 minutes, what have you, depending upon the which exercises you're using. As well as allows you to, while you keep working, the active rest allows you to bring your heart rate down a little bit, and allows you to recover while you're still working, that sort of a thing. The other thing it does is that it keeps the complexes short enough that you don't run out of juice. The one thing about like the Randy complex is that a complex like that's going to take you several minutes. Probably 4 or 5 minutes, maybe even 6 minutes, depending upon what kind of shape you're in. By the end of that, you're struggling. You're really struggling really hard. Even if you're in good shape and you're using a fairly light weight, unless you're using a weight that's so light, by the time you get to the end, fatigue ends up becoming a massive factor. And it again restricts how much weight you can use. It form can end up coming into question if fatigue is too high, that sort of a thing. With your shorter complexes that, let's say, take anywhere from, minute and a half is really on the short end. I like stuff that takes, 2.5, 3, 4 minutes, something like that. With the type of exercises I throw in there, it allows you to manage that fatigue a little bit better, and allows you to continue to work hard throughout the whole thing. So that way you're keeping your workout put up, you're keeping your conditioning up, but you're not fatiguing so hard that form can come into question, or that you have to reduce the amount of weight you're using, because again, you're going from your hardest stuff at the beginning of the complex to your easiest stuff at the end. And you can it allows you really to take all your accessory movements, stack them all together in different types of complexes, and get a lot of stuff done at one time. So again, the Randy complex is good. It's if all you're looking to do is just kind of substitute normal cardio, or substitute some sort of a weight training for normal cardio, and you're not as worried about strength or explosive power or anything else along those lines, yeah, it can be okay, but I think there's better ways to do it. So give that kind of stuff a shot. If there's anything I can do, let me know. Shoot me an email. And that's it for this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like and share this video on Facebook if you would. Tweet it out on Twitter. And don't forget to join up on my list. There's going to be a link at the end of this video. Hit up that link, enter in your email address, and I'll be sure to let you know when all my new YouTube videos come out. I'll send you plenty of tips and advice on how to, improve your cardio and get stronger, get faster, get in fighting shape. And I'll even shoot you a free sample of Working Class Fitness Killer MMA workouts. Sound good? All right. Until next time, train hard, rest hard, play hard.